and we are
We're live? Beautiful.
alright. Okay. What's up, everyone? And we are
We're live? Beautiful. There we go. Hi, everyone.
what's up, y'all?
So, sorry for the very long wait for everything. This has been, it's been a time, just to say the least.
Yeah.
For me, it's been college. So, if anyone has any questions that you'd like to ask into the chat that you haven't commented, then go right ahead and we'll start to answer those. Right now we're having a little bit of technical difficulties. We're trying to fix the black screen and all that, but once we get that settled, hopefully that'll be good. But if you have any questions, you can ask them now, and then we'll go on to commented questions. And yeah.
People are up at like 3 a.m. Why?
Oh wow.
Why?
Don't stay up for this.
Oh yeah, be sure to record this.
Right. Start recording. I am now recording.
Wonderful.
So how have you been? I've been something. I've been stressed.
Haven't we fucking all?
Yeah.
We're already stressed because this shit gave us problems at first.
Yeah. But we got everything fixed up, I think.
I have been essentially staying away from writing. I've been focused on college. I'm going to college computer right now, and I'm creating made a series side, so I have to write.
Oh, here's a question. Yeah.
Oh. Alright. Question from Sleeping
Mayonnaise.
Alright, question. Did y'all have writing experience before this, or are you guys that are gifted at writing that you did this on the first try? So, personally, I only came as a character consultant for Garnet. But I have been writing fan fiction since I was 9 years old. Hey, Divas, what's up? So, I do have writing experience. What about you?
I don't really have writing experience. I mean, I wrote one fan fiction before, but that was like when I was 12. But beforehand, I really had done nothing. I just existed. And right. I figured, let's give it a shot.
How have you all coronavirus thing? So, I've been staying inside.
I've been mostly staying inside. I did have to move.
Quite a few times.
Quite a few times, yes. I was in the dorms in college, and then they sent me back, and then I was at home. Then I got back to DC because I thought school was going to be starting again. But then the day I got here, they're like, haha, just kidding.
It's like, time to get your own apartment, moron.
I'm like, oh, great. So, college has been treating me roughly.
College has been treating me kindly for now. We have different, like, vastly different degrees. So mine is very relaxed for the most part compared to his.
Yeah. Actually, this week was the first break I've gotten since spring break, and it only lasted a week long. I don't get summer break. I keep going until next year and a half when I graduate.
Right. Yeah. I'm graduating in 2 years. So.
Ooh, so little Sadie girl. If I remember correctly, chapter 84 is probably what you meant, had a quote about there not being a chapter 95. Was that an intentional hint or coincidence? A little bit of both.
Okay, so that's generous. To be honest, we did not plan to be gone this long. And
we figured that the chapter would take a while, but we didn't think it's this long.
Yeah, we didn't expect it to be a year. So, it was kind of both. It was more a coincidence than on purpose.
Yeah, exactly. It was 100% not our intention to be away this long, and I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, we're sorry. Like once in a while, we would be like, yeah, like let's start working on that new chapter, and then it would just be cold for a month until we brought it up again, and then it'd go cold for another few months. I would wait for you guys to update, even if it takes 5 years. Jesus, no, don't waste your life on it.
Yeah. But rest assured that we have actually been working on it.
Yeah, and we always, like practically every day, like, since we met, we would talk about Steven Universe and what to do with the story and fucking brainstorming new ideas for the story, so it's not like we haven't been just, like, sitting on our hands, not even thinking about Steven Universe.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just that we've been really
priorities
fast. Yeah.
We both had things going on. It was a mix of writer block, like Falcon said. It was a little bit of writer block, but then just we had a lot of things going on that I don't think either of us were prepared for.
Yeah, it started off as writer's block, and then we graduated.
Yeah.
College started. We were both moving and shit like that. We were taking time to visit each other. Shit like that.
Yeah.
Let there be.
Yes, I finally got it working. I understand how computers work.
Congrats.
So, some questions that we had on Quotev and Wattpad that I saw that came up. One of them being, are you going to update again soon, and is there a specific date? I don't believe that there's a specific date because we're still kind of, trucking along, and my fall semester does start in 2 or 3 days. But we do have a chapter, rest assured, and we hope to get it out soon.
Yes. How about this as a system? I can read the quote of questions, and you can read what.
Sounds good.
All right. Okay, so all right. First question. From the Almighty Zim. Are you guys going to do the movie? Yes. We plan to write in the movie and Steven Universe Future.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do have plans for that, so we will be going through the entire series, from start to finish. We won't leave you hanging.
Yeah, we're not going to just make our own stop. We're going to probably go through everything.
Yeah.
Okay, let me get down to the beginning of the Wattpad questions. Here we go. A lot of these are just people yelling.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Let's see. How have y'all been? Yeah. Okay. I appreciate how fucking difficult it be right at times, but I still am. Hold on. How do you keep all the characters in question? Here's a good one. So.
You go ahead and answer that, and I'll pitch in.
Yeah. So the way that I do it is I just recognize every character's basic personality. If I was to describe them in one word, then how would I do it? And then I try to make that dialogue and actions based off of that one word. It's like I also have to keep in mind that some characters, even though the words are hard, as you can tell.
That's why you haven't updated.
That's why I haven't updated. So I try to keep in mind that one personality word. And at the same time, I also know that I have an idea in my head that I want to convey. And if I want to use a certain character to do that, I have to use very specific language, if that makes sense. Like, if I want a character to display, like, emotion, like, I love you or something, the way that I'd display that through Amethyst is very different from what I'd do to display it through Pearl, even though they're the same idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about like how they display it and what they would say.
Yeah. The way when I do write these chapters, the way I keep characters in character is the same way that Kooky does it. Essentially, I take like the basic personalities of the, and I'm like, okay, how would they act in this situation? How would they act in this situation? And it's something that you really have to study the characters for. You have to pay attention to different personality quirks that character has. You have to, pay attention to their body language, what tone is. If you're writing fan fiction, that's important because you want the characters to be in character, so you study essentially how you that character.
Yeah.
It's definitely a skill to learn and practice. Which
definitely
one shots are a perfect way to practice keeping characters. So yeah, if you want to practice that, I would start with like one shots or little scenarios. Practice their dialogue.
Mm-hmm. Because one of the worst things I feel with fan fictions is not ideas. Because honestly, you could have like a really weird idea, a really out there idea, but as long as you're having fun with it, perfectly well and good. It's when you have characters doing things that they very much wouldn't say or do that kind of pulls you out.
Yeah, for sure. You're just like, oh, that's what that character would do, and that's why I was really careful with the like, for example, the Garnet kiss scene.
Yeah.
I was really careful with how she acted. I didn't want her to be asked for, like, some your boy, like, shit like that. So I had to be really careful with how I wrote Garnet. And I had very monotonous, but still very caring, very interested in what the reader had to fucking say about how they feel about all these.
Yeah. So originally, when Jade here came on for the story, it was to help me write for Garnet, because as I'm sure you guys noticed in the story, there's not a lot of Garnet, and that's because I just have a very hard time writing for her. It's like that one word. It's just nothing. It's mysterious. She's silent, and it's hard to pin it down.
Especially when she, since this is a story about, hey, Garnet is going to fall in love with the reader insert, the self-insert at some point. So we have to figure out how. So that's why we decided to wait a while for Garnet to express any feelings.
Yeah.
As well as, like, she doesn't have very many open moments in the show. So, you don't get to see her sensitive side. You don't get to see her really loving side. You can base it off what Ruby and Sapphire,
mm-hmm.
when they're, like, interacting romantic. So, Garnet is definitely a hard character to write for. Very glad that Kooky brought me to write for.
Yeah. Because that was just one of my hardest problems. Seth Wick asks, what exactly gave you the idea to start the story?
Persona 5.
Persona 5, 100%. I'll be honest with you. When I first started the story, I really did not want to start this story. Because I'm like, this is just Persona 5. What the hell am I doing? And the moment, I knew I wanted to write it, like the moment I got it, but like I put it off for at least a few months because I'm just like, I don't want to be that guy. And then eventually I'm like, okay, fine, I'm going to be that guy. And it turned into this.
Awesome. All right.
All right, a quotive question.
All right. This is a really interesting. This is from Half Sands. Will we ever see the reader fuse with Steven? That's something I've been wanting to see for a long time as I've read the story over and over again. So me and Kooky have actually brainstormed, like just talked about this as like a fun idea, but right now, it's not planned to be in the story. We don't know a good way to work it into the story. Yeah. So, it's just like a little fun idea that we've tossed around back and forth, but I don't think it's going to actually happen. Sorry.
Yeah. We have an idea in mind, so at the moment we're probably not gonna put it in, but if something changes, just know that we do have something kind of planned.
Yes.
Okay. So this is also from Suck My Shmeet. Also, did you have the plot thought out from the beginning with the time travel and all that, or did you just go with the flow as the story continued?
Okay, so I'm to blame for that. I am pretty much to blame for that because I'm the first one. Like before I was even part of like this story, like helping write, I was in the comment section being like, wouldn't this be cool if reader did this or did that? And I made the idea of an evil reader. And when I started working with Kooky, we started talking about that more and more. And I was just like, what if the time travel, much fucking more like complex than just, they have a necklace.
Yeah.
But because the necklace, I think that was your idea, Kooky, the necklace.
The necklace was my idea.
Yeah.
And to answer the question, was that thought out, or did I just go with the flow of the story? Honestly, it was just the flow of the story for me. I did not plan that out. I'm like, that'd be interesting, and then I added it, and it just kind of developed from there. And once it started developing on its own, I'm like, I can think out now. So the part where they get the necklace was kind of the turning point in the story for me, where I actually started planning ahead about what I was going to write. But before then, I really just went with the flow. Before
then, it was like Persona 5, Steven Universe, Peter,
Yeah. Basically.
Next question?
Yeah.
Alright, this is from Yupper. What is the reader's purpose since the show points out the stuff that happened with Pink Diamond? Will they meet Benel? Will they still be favored by many gems they come across? So many questions. I don't want to be the one to beg for you guys to come back. So, alright, we have 3 questions. So, first one is, what is the reader's purpose? The show points out the stuff that happened with Diamond. I did say this was a little bit of spoilers, but I don't know if we want to go that deep.
Yeah, we're not going to go that deep into like what reader's purpose is. We will tell you that there is a purpose beyond what the show has said.
Yeah.
Because the kind of someone commented, rearrange the words in your head, then talk. So that's what I'm trying to do. So the purpose of this story is not to just retell Steven Universe, because there's no point in that. The point is to create a new story that just happens to fit in that universe, like with everything that's happening. So as like I'm sure you've noticed, there are some like really popular story chapters that are missing that I just skipped over, and I didn't do that because like, oops, I forgot. I did that because I felt like there was no meaningful way to add reader into the story besides just adding them into the story. Because if I want to add them in, I want them to actually have an impact, not just be like, whoa.
Yeah, like for example, like the Stephen versus the Amethyst fight, or
Stevani versus Jasper.
Yeah, like that, and Amethyst and Stephen have their fight.
Yeah, like there's no purpose for her reader to really be there.
Yeah,
besides just witness it.
Yeah, that's like Stephen's like character development. We don't need reader in there. Like, whoa, what's up, guys? And then just
yeah.
Will they meet Spinel? Yes.
Yes.
Like we said earlier, we're going to, add the movie and Steven Universe Future. So.
Yeah, we definitely have plans with Steven Universe and all that.
Will they still be favored by the many gems they come across?
Obviously.
So, obviously. Yeah. We have a little inside joke that is like, reader's a hoe. Like everyone likes. They always flirt, But there will be some gems that aren't, like, oh my god, wow, reader,
Yeah.
They're not gonna fall head over heels like immediately. So, but I mean, it's fun to think about, but
like we're self-indulgent, but not too self-indulgent, if you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because
all right.
I'm a little hoe for Jasper, and I can be like, oh yeah, Jasper just suddenly falls head over heels with reader, and that satisfies me and all the Jasper fans, but it's not realistic.
Yeah. So we try to add some realism mixed in with the self-indulgence.
Yeah. Alright, your turn.
Alright, someone just commented.
Oh.
Sleeping Schmayonnaise. If you had to estimate, how many hours do you think you two spent on writing?
Oh. We would spend days.
We have spent. Yeah.
We spent a year writing one.
Yeah. But if you meant like total time spent, like actually spent writing, a minimum of at least 2 hours a chapter, to be honest. Even the short chapters, they usually take me at least 2 hours because I go through it and I try to, I don't try to make it perfect, but I try my best. And I know there has been one time where the zoo chapters where it was just taking so long, and I was just like, oh god, this is taking forever. And you're like, we're gonna call and we're gonna stay up all night if we have to finish this chapter. And we ended up staying up 5 hours as I wrote it.
Right.
And I kept
because at that point I was still like a fan. I wasn't, I was just like, yeah, I can't wait to see the next chapter. And I mean, I still can't wait to see how this chapter comes out because I'm still a fan, but I'm also a co-author, so I get to see, behind this, how fucking this shit takes sometimes.
Yeah, but it can definitely take a while because even if you have everything thought out, like what you want to happen, making it happen is still kind of hard.
Yeah, yeah. You don't know how many times we got caught up on dialogue.
Yeah. No, I remember there was the one chapter that where they like go home to house sit.
Yeah.
I spent 3 weeks on literally one transition, and that I couldn't do. Then I sent it to you, and you sent me back like one page, and it worked perfectly.
Yeah, I remember that. It was the train scene, right?
It was the train scene. I'm like, I have no idea how to make this work, but I know I need to make it work because
otherwise, it's just gonna look awkward when you read it.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, they're leaving, and now they're at the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So it sometimes it does take a while, but it's still worth it.
Yeah.
All right. So Twisted Gnome. The first question that he asked, will you continue to update and eventually complete the story? Yes. The second question is, will there be a clear relationship with reader and a specific gem, or will you pull one of those multiple endings with reader and the gem they prefer most? So we are doing the latter. We are going to do a different ending for each gem.
Yeah.
That's what we're planning to do, because, you know, it's not a crystal gems X reader if you end up with pearl and everyone's just like, what the fuck, I wanted amethyst, I wanted garnet, you know.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna try to make it multiple endings.
Yeah, this does bring up a question though.
Yes.
That I thought about, and probably Kooky has probably thought about it. I think we discussed it before. Peridot being, you know, ace arrow.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what we're gonna do about that. Or at least I don't really have a plan besides either do it or don't. You know, make an ending for Peridot or don't.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I will cross that bridge when we get to it, because
right.
part of me kind of just says go ahead and do it, but
yeah,
we'll see.
And Twisted also had a third question. I've recently played through the entirety of Persona 5 Royal. Now that I understand most references used throughout the beginning of the story, is there any chance you'll adapt more concepts and elements 5?
I hope
That's
not.
Up to you. I hope not.
I hope not. Honestly, It was so. I read the earlier chapters, and even though people say they're good, I'm so embarrassed by how much I took from Persona 5. And
the only reason I think I'll become a co-author is because I'm the only one who criticized it.
Yeah, you're the only person who called me out on it, and I was just like, yeah.
And the weird thing was, I had just played like a little bit of Persona 5, and I was like, oh, is this what we're doing?
That's why I didn't want to write it. I'm like, this is literally just Persona 5 Steven Universe. But I used it as a launching pad. And to people who out there who like want to use plot elements and, you know, even like entire like story setups from other stuff, I mean, as long as that's not the entire story, go right the fuck ahead. Or, pardon me, just go right ahead. I mean, I really mean, go right ahead, because as long as you use it as a launching platform, there is no wrong answer. I mean,
exactly.
As long as you're having fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Sethwick just asked in chat, did you ever expect the story to get this big and popular?
No,
absolutely not.
No. I almost pissed myself when Kooky was just like, you know, we have like over 700,000 reads on this thing, right? And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What?
I remember I was reading that, I'm like, wow.
Like, that's almost 1 million. Like, that's 300,000 away from. I'm just like, no.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane. I never thought it would get this big, nor did I imagine it could get this big. But here we are, and it's all thanks to you guys, so thank you so much.
Who?
Boo.
Alright, you still have a question to answer on Wattpad.
Okay.
Double.
Actually, I don't see anything more.
Okay. Alright.
Though someone had like a little other specific question, but I can go into that later. Someone just asked, what about the antagonist who charged reader on attacking him? Will he still be in the story? No. I don't think so, at least. Unless you have an idea.
He did.
My idea is, from my perspective, his plotline is kind of closed. He's in jail. He's gone.
Yeah.
I
think we're gonna like stick to.
Yeah, I want to distance myself from
the beginning.
Yeah.
When you go back, when you first launch, you hope you don't crash back down onto the launch pad. You know.
Yeah.
All right.
So someone on Wattpad did have a specific question that I answered part of it, but not the specific part. So I want to actually go back to that. So the guy said that he's writing a Steven Universe fan fiction. He wants to know how we get in character to write the diamonds.
Ooh.
So, for me, that's actually a very good question because I think the diamonds are probably one of the most complicated characters.
Oh yeah.
Because even though they act certain ways, their motivations are very different.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you think of it, like you think on the surface, okay, Yellow is angry and she's, mean and tyrannical, while Blue's all sad and soft and, she's lenient.
Depresso.
But, like, for me, what I realize is that while Yellow is, yes, very quick to anger and a very angry person, she is incredibly lenient. While
And
Blue Diamond...
She's a big baby on the inside.
Sometimes. She's a crybaby, and she just doesn't want to admit it.
She's on the verge of a mental breakdown almost every day. Yeah. That's how I see her. I see her as, I am so frustrated, I'm going to cry.
Yeah. I mean, the perfect example of that is the whole, Peridot scene when, Peridot called her up to say, like, hey, don't destroy the Earth, please. I mean, yes, Yellow was yelling at her, but gave her chance after chance after chance after chance to,
be like, shut the fuck up.
Just shut up.
Yeah. And then, Yellow didn't even, like, care afterward. She was just like, oh, the caucasity of this bitch. And then
exactly. Whereas Blue Diamond, I mean, when you see her interact with anyone who isn't Yellow, she's stern. She doesn't bend for shit or for anything.
Yeah, and she's very cold. She's just like, what do you want? Like, for example, like when she first talks to Sapphire.
Yeah.
She looks down at her like, ugh.
Like, this is a waste of my time.
Yeah. It's like, don't even talk to her.
And then White Diamond, when we get to her. Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah. We'll get to White Diamond.
We'll get to White Diamond.
Okay. Alright, Miraculously Universe asked, they have 4 questions. 2 of them we've technically already answered.
Okay.
So the ones that we haven't answered is, will the reader meet their future self again? Yes.
Yes. So how that is we're not saying yet. We can actually we've talked about how we can reintroduce them. And one of it's like a little funny scenario that's just like a quick one-off, and the other one's like actually plot detailed.
Yeah.
But yes, we do plan for them to show up again.
And speaking of, future reader, we will be working on the spin-off No Rest for the Wicked as well. If you have any questions about that, you.
Yeah.
But future reader, they're coming back. Yes. All right. The second question is, do you have any advice for any writers that want to write a Steven Universe fanfic? One tip that we said before is study the characters that you're going to be writing, because if you don't, they're going to come out of character. They won't seem right. People usually they just don't care. Read it, like it. But if you want to practice your writing skills, improve on that, study writing.
Yeah. Like, also vocabulary is very important. And when I say vocabulary, you don't need to have a dictionary next to you. That's not what I mean by vocabulary. I mean just things and words that the characters would use. Amethyst would never use any big words. She's short, she's quick, she's to the point.
Yeah, and she's very for example, the best example of Amethyst version of her dialogue is she'll be like, "What's up, P? What's up, G?"
Yeah.
She does that. "What's up, Steeman?"
Always with the nicknames.
Always with the nicknames.
Whereas Pearl, while she is not as pompous as Peridot, she's
posh,
slightly above. She's posh.
Yeah. She's posh. She's strict, but
easily startled.
Easily startled, easily stressed. She doesn't like sometimes like when she's around others that are like if she's around Garnet, her backbone disappears.
Yeah, exactly.
Like she's just like, what do we do, Garnet? But if she's with Amethyst, she's like, okay, follow me.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. It depends on character interaction. That also fits in just study the character.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So, going to the chat, we have someone asked, wait, how even Rose get to know Reader? Like, they meet at the past, they actually the future? I'm going to try to decipher that. How does Rose get to know the Reader? Like, they meet in the past, but is that actually the future? No, they met... Time is hard. Time is wibbly wobbly.
So,
you can go.
Reader first like interacted with Rose Quartz, you know, like actually just Rose Quartz, during the war. You know, they fall asleep, they wake up, and they are in the past. The necklace sends to wherever they need to go. And you know, sometimes it's random, but usually it is for the necklace is a plot device.
Yeah.
It sends the reader back. It's Doctor Who reference.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, so they like while reader is sleeping the present, they will go into the past. Different characters. So they first meet in the past.
Yeah, so they first meet in the past, and that's how it is. So, like, at the beginning of the story, they do interact with Rose, and even though they haven't interacted with Rose yet, Rose has already interacted with them.
Yes.
So, you know.
But the thing is, like, you know, when they do first interact with Rose and Pearl seem to have no idea who Reader is. Reader knows they are. Yeah. So, like, there's a difference between Reader, the plot is too good. There's a difference between, you know, the very first scene where Reader is, you know, talking to Rose while they're dreaming without the necklace, and Reader sleeping with it.
Yeah.
Because one is like an apparition, the other one is their genuine traveler.
Yeah. Someone else said, going back to Spinel, would we have already met her through time traveling? That is an interesting question.
Oh god, yeah, that is an interesting question. But I think like what we've established in the story is Reader has not met Spinel yet.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I should. It's not really a spoiler. It's more like kind of like an obvious thing, because if they time travel, you know, Spinel would know who Reader is, but Reader does not know who Spinel is.
Yeah.
All right.
I got a notification that there was a new comment on the quote page.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw like the comments jump down, so we will get to it. Don't worry. Are we taking care of ourselves? Eating properly? I'm not eating properly, but still taking care of myself enough so I don't starve.
Good enough.
Right. What are you going to do now that the canon has been fully developed? This is from Blue Baby.
Okay.
I love the OG plot, but now that almost everything is explained, it undermines your Reader as kind of Pink Diamond. We never said that Reader was Pink Diamond.
Yeah. So just to clear anything up, there's no direct relationship with Reader and the Diamonds.
Yeah.
But there is something in the air, let's say.
Yeah. I think they might be confused with future Reader, who is Pink Diamond in that timeline. Because Pink never discovered.
Yeah.
You know, no one came forward and said like, hey,
Rose Quartz, yeah.
Yeah, spoilers, Rose Quartz is pink diamond, but
yeah, so in the future reader timeline they are pink diamond, but not because like they are pink diamond the person, they are pink diamond the title.
Yeah, they are just there to complete diamond hierarchy.
Yeah.
Any more questions on Wattpad, or do you want me to keep going?
There are no more questions on Wattpad, but I can take off.
Okay. Well, I can.
You can keep going. Yeah.
Okay. All right. This is from Almighty Zim again. Got another good question. Are you guys going to fix the writing for Steven Universe Future because there are mixed feelings about the topic season? And what is reader's relationship like with older 16-year-old Steven? I'm going to answer the second question first. Reader is just a sibling figure to, Steven. All they're going.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't establish story before. I know we got a shit. My mic fell. Okay, so what I was saying is I don't think we've established this like fully in the story yet. But I want to say now, like there will be no Reader X Steven in this story.
Yeah.
Reader is a sibling. Reader is like 19 years old story right now.
Yeah, just about.
And they will be 21 in Steven Universe Future. So.
Yeah. And will we fix the writing of Steven Universe Future?
Will we fix the writing? Oh gosh.
I don't think we're capable of that, but if we're gonna like change the story, we're probably not gonna change it that much.
I didn't get the question until I heard it, and I started laughing. Fix the writing for Steven Universe Future. Damn, I don't know. I thought the writing was fine in Steven Universe Future, like as is. There are some flaws, but I don't care.
Yeah.
We don't. Before we continue answering questions, can we just say that we freaked out that Rebecca Sugar stole our idea for the super speed?
She really did. She really did steal our idea.
Yeah, because we had like in the beginnings, like the beginning of the story, like readers like Rose is just like, here's a power that you can have, and reader like it slows down time so reader can grab that bottle and bonk that little gem on the head,
Yeah.
And then when it happened in Steven Universe Future, I typed up real quick. I was just like, dude, what the hell? She stole from us.
No credit even.
No credit. Okay, alright, these are really, really good questions from Cameo. I believe I said that correctly. Questions for the Q&A. Does reader know about the existence of Stevani?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, they do.
Yes. Alright, how much will the fanfic story diverge from the SU plot? Not very well. It depends. We've been discussing like the endings of this story for a while now, and we still can't come to like a proper conclusion of what exactly we want to happen. We have a good idea of what we want to happen, but we don't know the specific details that we want to go with, because we have an idea, at least like with readers plot line, but it sounds so fan fiction-y.
Yeah.
And we've debated about it for months, just being like, is that really what we do? It's fun, but
you know what, we're probably going to do it because this is about having fun and self-indulgence.
Yeah, you're right. Alright, and the last question, are there any alternate versions of Reader?
Plenty.
Yes, there are plenty, but they will not be canon in the story. We might like give a little wink and a nod to them, but you won't even know what they are yet.
Yeah.
You won't even know what they are, but we would know. We've made up so many alternate versions of Reader.
There's one alternate version of Reader that when we saw that we made like years and years ago, and then when we saw the movie, we're like, is Rebecca like in our Discord chat? Is she taking our ideas?
Okay, so context for that one. We made a version of Reader, a Rose Quartz Reader, where it's just Reader as a Rose Quartz, and the whole idea was like, this Rose Quartz was, looked exactly like Rose. So, they would always get targeted by Homeworld, so they left. They fled to Earth. And then they actually meet Rose Quartz. They join her rebellion. And then, when Rose eventually gives birth to Steven and passes on, like, Pearl, Garnet, Amethyst, they go and do their own thing. They're so heartbroken over Rose leaving, and then, like, a duplicate is just standing. So it's really, like, awkward. So they were just like, we're gonna have a base somewhere else. You can have this.
And no, there's the other one, Zoo Reader, and how similar it was to... Because we had this was before, Spinel ever, like, was revealed, or the movie came, or before Steven Universe even ended. We had this idea of Zoo Reader, which is basically a human who, for some reason was able to, like, be immortal, and was friends with Pink Diamond. And, they would play and whatever, but when the war started, she put them in the zoo for safekeeping, but would, like, come back and forth to, play with them and all that. But when the whole, like, Rose Quartz shattering thing happens, she just doesn't show up again because she can't. But the Zoo Reader doesn't know what happened to her, and just assumes that she's angry at them and left them there.
Yeah.
And then, like, when Steven and everyone causes the chaos at the zoo, they ask an Amethyst what they did wrong to make Pink want to leave them.
And we were just like, damn, man.
She's really just in her ideas.
Yeah, honestly, she's just reading our...
Yeah.
What? When did Reader go back and help Centipedal go to Earth for the war on Chapter 65? That's up... Because we still haven't put that in the story.
So, we did have a... So, I mentioned it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I had planned to eventually put it in there. Sometime. About, Reader just, like, showing up in the ship because they have the necklace and all that, and doing the whole thing. But I don't have a planned date on when we're gonna put that in.
Falcon is really, really confused as
to why.
Yeah, it's just mind blown. Plot twist: Rebecca Sugar read your story.
Honestly, it seems like she's reading a little bit more than our story. She's reading our minds.
Yeah, she's reading our Discord text. She's watching the stream right now. She's one of you.
Reveal yourself.
She's actually sleeping schmayonnaise.
I knew it.
But yeah, so there's been so many things where we would watch the show, we would make up an idea and then watch the show and be like, wait, what the fuck? That's ours. Yeah, so that is all the questions on
So that's all the questions?
Yeah, that's all the questions on Quotive.
So. Oh?
Yes, okay. I'm done.
Alright. So, when it comes to the next chapter, as you have seen, and as I've kind of give you little sneak peeks, there is a chapter that has been written. It's not done yet. And there's probably going to be like a little part to this. But we do have something that's about 5 pages long. And it's in Comic Sans, just because.
It helps.
It helps, apparently.
It does.
Okay.
Great minds think alike. Yeah, apparently.
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 Or Rebecca's a master hacker.
Right.
She knew that we were conspiring with our fanfics, so she jumped in so she could swoop up all the good ideas.
Exactly. I'm Rebecca Sugar. It's me. But yeah, so you guys can be spoiler to each other's stories.
Apparently.
Oh. Yeah, apparently. Does anyone have any questions about the spinoff with Future Reader? Because I can answer that.
Yeah, that was your brainchild.
Yeah. You missed like the whole thing.
But if there are no other questions, we could go into the chapter spoilers.
Yeah, for sure.
If
you want to hear spoilers, stick around. But if you don't, leave.
It was a pleasure.
See ya. Yeah, it was a pleasure. We'll see ya.
Also, this was definitely fun. Or it is fun.
It is.
So, I remember we thought about making a Discord one time, and then we didn't do it because we felt bad because we didn't publish a chapter, so we didn't want to make a Discord.
Yeah. But we might actually do that. Yeah. Oh, other things. I still love the Pink Pearl as waifu. You're very welcome for that.
Yeah. That was her idea.
You are very welcome for that one. Speaking of No Rest for the Weary and No Rest for the Wicked, I had planned to make animatic. And ooh, hold on. Holding that, is Future Reader in the spinoff going to be like Evil Knievel? Or in the wrong place at the wrong time? So, is it true the other reader showed the crystal gems? Okay, so, I kind of want to give spoilers, but I don't. This is a very spoilery thing. At least for the second. A Discord would be fun. Then we'll make it.
Yeah.
But, I can answer the first question without spoilers. Is Future Reader in the spinoff going to be like Evil Knievel or just in the wrong place at the wrong time? It starts off that way.
It starts off wrong place, wrong time.
They are a victim of circumstance. They get left behind, by accident. They can't wait any longer. They have to leave. And, it spirals from there.
And with Evil Knievel, are they going to be evil? If you're asking, are they going to be evil? Maybe. Are they going to be a daredevil? Yes.
Oh, for sure, yes. We've had plans for that one.
We have plans for that.
We can do more spoilers as long as you're okay with hearing them.
Yeah.
Because if we weren't okay with talking about spoilers, the stream would have ended.
Yeah.
It would have been like, okay, see ya. All right, I need a big fan rank on Discord. Aw. Okay, after this stream, we can set up the Discord and, we can send it out to you all. We can update the update and put it in there.
Yeah.
But so, all right, this is spoilers. Is it true the other readers shattered the crystal gems? Yes, it's true. Ooh,
Kind
wait,
of.
kind of, yeah, kind of. Ooh, wait, can I make like a fan animatic of y'all story? Of course. Yeah,
Absolutely, please.
any fan art, is, great. For
Anything.
sure.
That's how Jade and I met.
Yeah.
She sent me fan art.
Yeah, essentially. I drew that picture of Pink Diamond and Rose and the little fucking necklace, and
it all went downhill from there.
Right, it all went down. Right. Oh, should we tell them?
Probably.
Okay. So, so do you remember how we said, we were getting married? Does anyone remember that?
We said that a while ago. We said like we had an important announcement and we put it in the comments, and then we did put it in the comments.
Yeah. All right, so don't say anything until someone answers. Okay. I want to see if anyone remembers that, because we had said we were going to get married.
Sethwick says I do.
Okay. So, oh Lord, okay. So, when we made that, at first, it was a joke. I'm so sorry. But
it was a joke. We thought it'd be funny.
Yeah, we thought it'd be funny because there were a few people that shipped us in the comments, and we were like, haha, haha funny. Let's just say that we're getting married.
Yeah.
Even though we both talked about high school.
Yeah.
It's like, let's see if they catch on. But instead we were met with like, oh, congrats. And I was just like, oh shit. And at the time, we had been both crushing on each other really hard. So we started talking, and we started like, talking about the fake wedding. Where would you like your honeymoon? And then we started looking up like genuine like places to go to a honeymoon. And eventually I was just like, I really like you.
And I was like, yeah.
I like you too.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. So,
and then we got together.
So we started dating like 2 days after we said we were getting married.
Yeah. And
we are still dating.
Yes, we are. We're going on almost 2 years.
Yeah, our 2-year anniversary is coming up this September.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, we didn't get married, but we ended up getting together.
It did lead to us getting together.
Yeah, so thank you all for shipping us, because it worked out pretty well.
Yes, your shipping got us together.
Yeah, honestly.
You see?
I tell that to anyone who I'll talk about Kooky, and and they'll be like, "Oh, how'd you meet?" And I'm like, "Well,
it all started with Persona 5."
Well, it all started with a Steven Universe fanfiction.
Congrats on the non-marriage. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Rebecca Sugar. No. We actually joked about this, but we might be serious in the future. Who knows? But when we do get married, we're definitely gonna get Rebecca Sugar to officiate our wedding.
We'll invite her.
Oh, for sure. Either officiate or invite her.
She made it happen.
Honestly, she did. I have to make an OC to represent Reader if I make an animatic. You two have any ideas for what I should make Reader look like? Okay, so we actually do. I made up a design for Reader, because I wanted to do the animatic as well, and I was just like, shit, what should I have them look like? So I ended up making a design, and I haven't really drawn it out fully yet, but I know what they look like. We actually, and you don't have to do this. This is just our interpretation of Reader, like plot-wise. But, you can do whatever you want. If you want to make a self-insert for you, or, go by our design, perfectly fine. So our Reader has white hair that stops at their shoulder blades. they are androgynous. They are not male or female. They also have pink eyes, kind of like tan skin. They look like an albino, but they have tan skin.
Basically, yeah.
It's very they're very odd, like spot the main character type of shit.
We even came up with a reason why they look like that.
Yeah.
But that's spoilers.
That is spoiler. But yeah, we did headcanon, that's what they look like in our like interpretation. But, when we write the story, you don't have to worry about it,
Yeah, we're never gonna like force our idea of the reader into the story, but like that's just like our idea of a standard.
Yeah. So you can do it that way, pink eyes, tan, like dark tan, white hair that's like shoulder length, But if you don't want to, then you can put in your OC or yourself. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. All is good.
Because it is a challenge. It is a challenge when you make a reader insert and then you try to characterize the reader.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's always like a pet peeve of mine when I do read fan fiction sometimes, because it'll be like, oh, Crystal Gem's ex-reader, and it's just like, reader had long black hair and bright blue eyes, and they wore sneakers to school, and I'm like, shut up.
Yeah, they just had hair. They have hair.
Yeah. I've also seen people use a more generic template-like design for art or animatics on reader insert. Yeah, that is true. Yeah. You could just do like the anonymous.
Yeah, the little question mark or the Tumblr anonymous. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so using your ideas for reader. Go ahead.
Go right ahead.
Yeah.
We appreciate you sleeping schmayonnaise.
Or should I say Rebecca Sugar?
Take off the mask.
Right? Rebecca's gonna be like, I'm announcing a new show, and the main character looks exactly like our interpretation.
Yeah. Honestly, at this point, wouldn't be surprised.
Honestly. But yeah, so so have fun with it. I know animatics take a long time to make, depending on frame. But we'll look forward to it.
Yeah.
That's why I make my reader character a corrupted gem, much less confusion. That's fair.
That's fair.
That is fair. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I see that you have written a sentence.
I've written several sentences.
Imagine if someone made an animatic for the story and made the reader anonymous, but it's like the anonymous with.
Honestly, that's them. That works.
Right? They would be. They would be part of it. Right.
They're just there to chill.
Right. But yeah, that could go crazy with it.
Mm-hmm.
You want to make him a dog? Go ahead.
Dog reader.
I have jokingly made a furry version of reader, and I call him Reed-deer.
Right.
He's a deer.
They're a
deer. Reed-deer. They're a deer. I love it.
It's pun of the century.
Exactly. Reader's still here. In our interpretation.
In the story it does say that they're human, but
Anthro-dog.
Yeah. Anthro-dog. But it can be whatever you'd like.
Dog reader. Dog reader. I would love that. I'm going to imagine my version of reader with an anonymous. You go right ahead.
It's true. Whatever you think they look like, that's how they look like.
Exactly. They look like you. They're you.
They look like Mr. Sexy Anonymous Man.
They look like Mr. Potato Head. Then you go.
God, I wish.
God, I wish. Man, all the gyms would be at their.
Honestly.
All right.
So.
That there are some viewers right now. 17. Yeah. I haven't had that.
They take off the
mask. It's another mask. I was watching the new episode of Owl House, but this is much more important. I want to read not read. Jesus Christ. Reader, but they're just a shambling blob of gas. Yeah.
Big ball of gas.
Lord I'm surprised that no one brought up Sapfeather, the bird.
Right. Sapfeather the bird. Well, she was only in one chapter.
I know, but how could you?
Sapfeather is very important to our near dear hearts.
She is very cute. And she's kind of important to the
Yes, she certainly is. But if there are no other questions or reader memes are always appreciated.
Methane gas.
Methane gas.
Jesse.
Jesse, we have to cook. Sapfeather has been forgotten.
I know! Poor Sapfeather.
Justice for Sapfeather.
Justice for Sapfeather. Never forgets. I remember Sapfeather. Yay!
Sapfeather. I
remember.
I always remember Sapfeather. You think I'd ever forget?
Honestly, we will always remember Sapfeather. Since I got interrupted last time because I got distracted, does anyone have any more questions about the No Rest for the Wicked spinoff? Oh, I'm glad we inspired you, Shmane.
You inspired us, Sleeping Shmayonnaise, with your amazing name. Because honestly, that's gonna make me happy because I'm gonna be saying that a lot now.
Right,
Sleeping Shmayonnaise. Sapfeather was calling Pearl a pretty bird. How could I forget?
Oh, yeah! Yay! People remember. I'm so happy.
Sapfeather has risen from the ashes like a... I feel like there's a great bird pun for this. So, again, any questions about the spinoff? Or in general? I know Sapfeather
created the gems, you can't fool me. I think we're gonna have to steal your idea.
Yeah, Sapfeather is actually gem god.
Sapfeather is white. Sapfeather is white diamond.
Sapfeather is white diamond confirmed. Hey, we said no spoilers.
Sapfeather is pink diamond.
It's true.
Your story inspired a lot of people on AUs. Really?
Really? Interesting.
Like what? Is No Rest for the Wicked still going to follow the Steven Universe plot or its own thing? The Steven Universe plot, since this is a different timeline, it'll be completely different.
Like, it'll follow the basic, like, beats of the plot, but it'll basically be its own thing.
Some will be missing because if they weren't missing, it would ruin the entire timeline.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if you know the diamonds come to Earth and they find out that Rose was pink diamond, then reader can't suffer, and we couldn't have that now, can we?
Yeah, so different circumstances are going to change how the plot works.
Yeah. Okay, so your story actually inspired a lot of people on Steven Universe AUs. That is interesting. I would need to have like examples. I would definitely need to have examples, because as far as we're concerned, like, even though this does have a lot of read, I don't think we're that influential.
Yeah.
But if there are some Steven Universe alternate universes that are based off of, like, or inspired by our Kooky story, then please send them to us and we can look over them. Be like, yo.
I remember when what was her name? Sister Nightingale made that video of the No Rest for the Weary as Vines. Like, we were watching that for like 3 days straight. That was the one we were actually together when we got that video, and we just constantly pull it up.
Mm-hmm. Does No Rest for the Weary, Wicked, have something to do with the alternate version of Reader? Yes, it is the split off of the timeline where it goes from the main story, No Rest for the Weary, to the alternate timeline where Reader ends up becoming a prison.
Yeah. So, No Rest for Wicked is how the alternate reader in No Rest for the Weary became that person.
Yeah.
Sethwick said, "It did. It inspired me to write Corrupted Alliance." Ooh.
I'll have to read that. And then, Faclon, if you want to see some, you can look at my reading list on Wattpad. There are some. I don't remember which one, though. That might be Sethwick's. What's your Wattpad name, Falcon? Or
Faclan. But as we wait for that, if there are any other questions, feel free to ask them about the story, the spin-off, or anything else, really. I mean, we are open to questions, comments, and memes.
Mm-hmm.
If not, I can show you a little bit of what the chapter of what we have, and I can show you the process of how, it's written, if that's something people are interested in. This cat pick. Always need the cat pick. What were both of your favorite chapters to write? That's a very good question.
The one where Reader ends up running away, because I did a lot of that writing.
Right.
In that chapter, and I really loved how I developed Lars a little bit. It was fun to write conversations and write the fight scene, especially. That was very...
Yeah. For me, honestly, I think it was probably that chapter as well, but also mixed in with the next one. It was just having Reader, run to certain places while avoiding the crystal gems at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Like managing to just having to have it so the crystal gems go one place that they were at before. They weren't wrong in assuming that they went there, but they had already left. So just that kind of thing. Will there be Steven human AUs? I do not believe so. Yeah, I don't know much about Steven human AUs.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are our favorite chapters to write. What were your guys' favorite chapters to read? Because that's something that we definitely need important to know.
Yeah. Now we're going to do a competition. Which one's the better writer?
I mean, you're better at some things. I'm better at other things.
Yeah,
you're better at all the angst.
I am. I'm very better. I'm very better.
Very butter.
I'm very butter.
Yeah, I can't do angst.
I can do fight scenes, angst, and dialogue, that's my bread and butter, is writing dialogue with two people.
Mhm.
But Earth, I have to choose.
Yeah, this is a requirement. Choose! So you're not allowed to read a story ever again.
Right, you're banned.
Um,
Choose or you're banned. Don't make me choose. Choose. Do it. Do it. Choose.
But yeah, that's our deal with writing. Honestly, there are also some of those, like the self-indulgent chapters, like the Valentine's Day chapter. That was fun.
Yeah. Let me address this because I remember like this got pointed out way back when. The yellow pearl kiss.
Yes.
That was a little self-indulgent because, you know, we would just joke about like Yellow just overly obsessed with Reader. And you know, when Yellow puts like her hand on Reader's like leg.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, okay. Yeah, because when people pointed that out, I'm just like, damn. Got a little carried away there.
Yeah. Now, people on Wattpad, they're just like, oh my god, I feel so bad about what I did to Yellow Pearl. And I'm just like, oh, you should have read the original version.
Oh yeah, I wrote the original version. Originally, Reader just like tosses her down the hallway.
After the kiss, and I was just like, that's too mean.
Yeah.
Sapfeather is the best writer. That is fact.
Yes, it is.
As we have a confession to make, we're secretly just one bird named Sapfeather.
We have two voices. The zoo arc was my favorite group of chapters. Yes, I really love that. Designing, having the ideas for the murals.
Yeah.
And the zoo human like worshipping Reader as like weird, like god.
That was fun when we came up with that.
Yeah, it was.
Someone said the most the chapter I like the most is chapter 76. Hear no evil, do no evil.
That was I'm sorry, I'm dying, y'all.
Hi, Di.
Got that wrong.
So what are you saying?
The Hear No Evil, Do No Evil. Which chapter was that?
So that was the one that was the one. That was when they're at the zoo, I think.
I don't think. Hold on, let me double check.
Because there's See No Evil. Or there's See No Evil. Yeah. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. Speak no evil, hear no. Yeah. I have to look this up. I can't even remember my own story. I've written 84 chapters.
Yeah, that's when it starts out with Reader like yelling, "Oh fuck," you know, and
right.
Fall out.
So that's when they get taken to the
Yeah.
That one was fun. Yeah.
I had to write because Kooky was stuck on writing like the blue diamond, like at the very beginning, and because originally Kooky was just gonna write the transcript, and I was just like, let me do it, like,
right,
because Kooky was just like, Jesus Christ, this thing
tedious.
Do it. The zoom in bit was fun to read. Yeah. How come other gyms still can't recognize Reader as special human in the zoo chapter? As a special human chapter. So, so the thing is with like So the thing is with like the time travel thing, even if Reader has like met like, well, never mind, that's not even relevant. I don't even know.
So the special human bit, it's because not everyone knows what they look like.
Yeah. They're kind of like one of those like, legend things, like only like little bits, like for example, every time Reader goes back in time and interacts with like a homeworld gym or something like that, or pink diamond, it's spread around as stories because they stay around.
Yeah. And like all the murals and stuff, like someone mentions. Oh yeah, Thacklin mentioned. I still want to know more about Pink making the reader, especially if you mean like the mural and more. So the murals are just, someone actually sent me a really good a fan art of like reader as the mural, and
yeah, we really like them.
Yeah, we like they know that that reader exists, but they don't know what they look like.
Yeah. So that's why Holly didn't even recognize them at first.
Yeah, because it's just like,
Yeah.
Were some of the chapters influenced by the crack scenarios in the comments? Sometimes.
I would say yes. Some of them.
Some of them were definitely.
Definitely some of them. Shit, I mean, like, Future Reader wouldn't have existed unless.
Yeah, Future Reader would not have existed.
Yeah, Future Reader would not have existed if it weren't for the comment. Someone wants to...
I'm gonna have to find it.
Okay. Track areas. Oh, those were the days.
Those certainly were the days.
See, now, back then, I was in high school, and I had every waking moment to be on and do whatever I want. And now I'm 20.
Gross.
I know. And now I'm old. Now I'm in college. And, make sure I have money.
Colleague. Okay. Here it is. Let me send this to my desktop. How do I do that?
You can put up an image.
That's what I'm trying to do. I just don't want to it's in my quote of messages, and I don't want to scroll through my quote of messages on stream. Because.
Oh, right.
So, I'm going to send it into our Discord chat and then open it from there.
Save this.
So here is what it is. I should probably get the person's DeviantArt in there as well. Hold on.
Yeah.
This was done by OtterBeMe on DeviantArt. So yeah, here's what it looks like. And this is the other mural that they did.
Oh shit, did they do it? I didn't even...
I'll be honest, I didn't either. I just saw that.
You just saw it?
Yeah. So the first... Oh, no, but they were sent on the same day. Interesting.
Oh, word. Okay.
No, I don't want to be here.
Oh, great. Oh my god.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what the mural looks like. I shall send that to you. All right.
Your beanie. Another mural. God, that
looks really good.
God. Not even logged into my...
Who wrote Homecoming Chapter 47? I wrote that.
I wrote that. Me.
Me, the Kooky.
Me.
Salutations to you, Crystal Wolf.
Hey, Crystal.
And little Sadie girl. No, you can still share about your favorite chapter.
Yeah, you can tell us. Don't worry about it.
We need the validation.
Oh wow, I love it. I'm going to put their Deviant.
All right. Y'all can click on that.
Oh, they only have one watcher?
For me, it says 15.
only says 1 from.
Interesting. Mine says 15. And there's clearly more than 1, so. Yeah, so we posted the person's DeviantArt in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
So, I actually liked the conversation between the reader and chapter 47. I'm glad you liked it. All the chapters involving the rubies. That was fun. Honestly, Reader's relationship with the rubies, I wrote that specifically because Jade said you better give them headbands.
Right. I love the rubies so much. Ruby is my birthstone, and I love the way they're portrayed in Steven Universe. They're adorable.
They are baby.
They are baby.
It's my favorite on Legend. Thank you, Crystal. Very nice of you to say.
Which one you like the most? Yeah. I loved any chapter involving the rubies.
Yeah.
I like Doc. I like Eyeball. Eyeball is precious.
I like Leggy.
Leggy, for shame. Eyeball is, obviously.
I like Leggy. Fight me.
I will. In that movie.
Yeah.
Ruby's best gems. Yes, they are.
But what do you mean? How do you not like Leggy?
I do like Leggy, but Eyeball's better.
I know what Leggy is. She's cute and a baby, and I like her.
Well, Eyeball is baby. I like her.
Eyeball is big baby.
Yeah.
Large baby.
Maybe is bitch.
Baby.
Do y'all have a Tumblr? I haven't logged into my Tumblr ever.
Yeah,
so
I don't
I'm gonna
have
say
one.
no. I'm gonna say no.
No.
But
since you just jumped in, we will be making a Discord.
Yeah, we will be making a Discord.
Twin Gaming, that's exactly my reason for Leggy being my favorite.
I like Eyeball because I saw her.
Yeah.
My favorite Ruby, Eyeball was baby until she tried to murder Steven. She was still baby then. Like, how is it not hilarious to just chase Steven in a bubble that is like 2 inches? They're like 2 inches away from each other.
And she can't do it.
Yeah, and she still can't catch up. It's great. Was it Navy who came back and took the ship? Yes.
Yeah.
Are you part of any of the SU self-shipping discords? No, I'm not. But that
I didn't
sounds
know that was a
interesting.
thing.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing.
But you know what? Power to them.
Right? Listen, I love Pearl a lot, so much that I hate Mystery Girl. And I'm glad they didn't end up together.
Love Pearl. Love
not
him.
only is my waifu no longer single, damn it, but, I genuinely thought that, like, hot take, I still like Mystery Girl. Somewhat. But, using her as a way to, like, just shove Pearl back into her I miss Rose phase when she was trying to step out of it. I'm just like, ugh. How could you do this? Rip Army with your salute powers. Still love you, though. I like Army.
Army is angry.
She always angry. She dumb and she angry.
I just did like a quick sketch of your idea of Reader. Is there a way I can send that to you guys so you can tell me if it's accurate so I can have what to do for the card?
Message me on Quotive or Wattpad. And we can check it out. Oh.
Yeah. We can even show it on stream if you'd like.
Yeah, if you like.
Army is angry.
Army is very angry. Um, Army is
Armgy.
Armgy. Arm. She hungry, angry,
And arm.
and arm. Army is best in the army.
She really do be.
You can tell that I kind of there is a preference for eyeball in the story, because if you didn't pick up on it, one of the chapters, I forgot what chapter it was, the one with the fights. Arm gay, yes she is.
Yeah.
But
oh yeah, the fight scene where she's the one who picks Reader. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that also makes sense because she said that she was there.
Yeah.
And she also was at the trial, so. Yeah, a lot of people I know in the comments before we announced this, they're asking if we had plans for the trial. We certainly have plans for the trial.
Oh yes, we do. We have a great plan. There was one. I'm assuming I messaged you on the Wattpad account the story is on, unless there's a second secret account I'm aware of. You can either send it to Kooky, but you can also. Mine's just Jade Thunderhoof space.
Yeah, you can send it to whichever, Jade Thunderhoof or the one that the story's on.
Yeah. It don't matter which. We'll both.
We'll both pull it up. So yes, there was that one scenario you're talking about.
Yeah, it made me laugh really hard.
Yes, I was like, I have an idea, and I gave it, and I'm like, this is really dumb, but I'm gonna do it, and I said it, and I've never heard anyone laugh more at anything I've said before.
Yeah, I was dying. Like, he told me it, and I was just like, oh my god. I was crying, like, legitimately.
I am a comedy genius.
Exactly. Speaking of comedy genius, a little trivia for you. Reader's dad is a comedian.
Yeah, that's our headcanon. Reader's dad is a comedian.
Mm-hmm.
And their mom is a mess.
Right.
All right. So, any other questions that people have for us on this lovely
Saturday?
Yeah. Lovely Saturday.
Ah, Saturdays are made for Dad. And Dad's car.
Someone just asked, will you guys be able to put fan art of fans for each chapters?
We could definitely make like a little thing to just like show off.
Yeah. If you guys like have any art you want to want us to share, we are more than happy to.
Oh, ow! I got. But what we could do, to make it fair, so no attention is taken away, in favor of the story, because fan art should be shown. That is like.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, so we could definitely, like, if we have any fan art, we could do like a like, since we don't have that much fan art, we can't do like a weekly fan art thing, but if you have any fan art, you could definitely send it to us, and we can make a chapter and put together all the fan art we've collected, and credit you and be like, hey, look at this great art for this story.
Reader's dad is John Mulaney confirmed. Correct.
Has Reader met White Diamond when time traveling?
No.
Not yet? Question mark? Hey, Kevin. What's up? Yeah, so, no, as of now, no. But in the future, I don't know.
You'll have to see.
As much as we do plan for this story, some things we just don't. Streets.
If it fits, then we'll do it.
Yeah, if it fits. The shoe fits, wear it.
What if I don't want to wear shoes? I'm chilling. Okay.
The Salt and Pepper Cafe. Yeah.
I put a lot of John Mulaney jokes in there because I am a thief.
Yeah, he's the reason I was introduced to John Mulaney in the first place.
Boom. One good thing I did.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Or was it the Salt and Pepper Diner?
The Salt and Pepper Diner.
Salt and Pepper.
If it fits, it sits. I try my hardest. Yes, what is new, Pussycat? I also added that in the story because I am shameless. Opinions on Spinell. Lover. Spinell did nothing wrong 2019.
Opinions on Spinell. I really like Spinell. I really, really like. She's great. The animation in the movie when she's fighting, like the fact that she had a scythe, which another thing, our Pink Pearl had a fucking scythe as her weapon.
Well, yeah, when we first designed her, we said she'd have a scythe.
Yeah, and then Spinell comes with a scythe, and I'm like, okay.
We get it.
But now we have a canon thing that Pink Pearl can use.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really like Spinell. I like her singing voice. I just like her character in general. I like her fighting. Great. I like the rubber hose animation for Spinell. Though
give Spinell her own show.
Rubber hose animation freaks me out. Cause when she sings like did you think all this time I would forget about you? And she fucking spreads her arms out and does that like a 2 frames of anime. I was just like, ugh, stop.
Never.
Freaked out. Rebecca Sugar is a psychic. Yeah, for sure. No, we're the psychics.
Possibly.
It's just that Rebecca
we don't even know.
Right. But so
we're tuned in.
Spinell mildly terrifies me. Yeah, that's how I feel about her. For sure. That's definitely how I feel about her.
That's fair. But I still say she does nothing wrong.
Do you think we should give our thoughts on the ending of Steven Universe Future?
Oh yeah, we could do that.
That's something we could talk about.
Sure.
You go first.
I think that honestly it was not necessarily a satisfying end, but I think it made sense. It was a good conclusion. It was a good. I'm not sure how to put this, but I don't think they could have ended it any better.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I really liked the finale. I remember screaming. It didn't make me sob as much as the My Little Pony finale did, but I really did like the Steven Universe Future finale. Steven's character infuriated me.
Yeah.
Every time Steven was on screen, I just wanted to scream you need therapy. God, just go to therapy. Just tell your dad what's fucking wrong. God, please.
Post-traumatic at the stress disorder.
Yeah.
Favorite song from Steven Universe?
Oh God. Don't make me choose. No.
Honestly, Drift Away.
Oh, yeah.
For me, it's Drift Away.
God, what's the one that Steven sings at the very end of the movie?
I think it's just called Finale or something.
No, when he's fighting Spinell.
Oh, Change?
Yes. Oh my God, that gave me chills.
Mm-hmm.
When Steven hit that fucking high note, I was like, ooh.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. But going back to like the finale of Steven Universe Future, they did Jasper so dirty.
They did do Jasper dirty.
I am so mad at how they treated Jasper.
Because Jasper more love.
Yeah, like I like Jasper a lot, and it infuriated me when Steven didn't even give her a gift, or like just like I know he was probably still pissed at her, but God, you killed her.
Honestly.
Jesus. Like you
Give her
murdered
something.
her in cold blood, and you don't even say bye to her. Like, you don't give her nothing. You're just like, okay, well, see ya. And then you leave. Where is you? I thought Steven was going to give Jasper like just a gift. Just something.
A pat on the head. Tell her she did a good job.
Or at least, like apologize. Hands her a single Cheeto Puff. Anything would have been better than nothing. Poor Jasper. First, like, Lapis abuses her. And then leaves her alone. And then Jasper gets corrupted because she's so fucking lonely. And then she comes back. And then she's ostracized. Well, she ostracizes herself. And then she gets murdered. And then leaving her, without any purpose or advice. That made me so mad because, he finally, Jasper finally had a purpose. And then Steven's just like, fuck you, I'm leaving. I'm gonna have my little, fucking tantrum at the Diamond's house, like, and then just leaves her at the end of the series. And I'm just like, man, you could have at least, like, given her something to do. But it never happened, and I was just like, why? That's the only thing that I didn't like about the finale.
Justice for Jasper?
Justice for Jasper. Because, with Rebecca saying, like, oh yeah, Jasper's definitely coming back, we have a story for her, and then nothing.
Her story was like, fuck you.
Yeah, her story was die. Steven really killed someone and dipped. Yeah. For sure.
I mean, is there any other way to do it, though?
I would love to see what happened to Jasper after Steven left. Yeah, I would too.
Me too.
But it ain't gonna happen. Song background. Like a background? Like our favorite background song? To be devil's advocate to me, she did seem like the type to not change or barely change, but yes, she definitely deserved at least a gift. It's fine to be devil's advocate. Yeah, she's definitely stubborn, but like, Jasper at that point,
she was on the brink of like changing.
Yeah, she really was, because now Steven could essentially right? We have a story for Jasper. Hand you a book that just says fuck you in cursive on every page. But, what about the stories on off colors? If I ever get back into writing again, I'll definitely do like one-shots.
Yeah.
For sure, because I really like the off colors, especially like Peperacha and, oh god. Oh no. What's the fusion?
Rhodonite?
Rhodonite, yeah, I love Rhodonite. At least apologize to the carcass, honestly. But, going back to, what Sadie Girl said, she seemed like the type to not change, and I agree with that, but, at this point, she was willing to do anything to have a purpose, and when she found one, which was doing what Steven told her to do, Steven could have at least been like, give the crystal gems a chance.
Yeah. Or been like go to homeschool.
Yeah, like go to a little homeschool, figure your shit out,
Pick
find
up a
something else
book.
to do. Pick up a book. Yeah. Read.
Don't live in a
Carcass,
cave.
my favorite Homestuck character. She can live in a cave if she wants, but yeah, no, like Steven could have at least been like even though, like Rose Quartz or Pink Diamond, even though she didn't like commanding people, she still did it even if she didn't want to, like with Garnet. Don't ask questions, just love yourself, and she did.
That's how you do it.
Yeah. So, Steven could have at least, been like, give the crystal gems a chance. Learn about Earth. Do something.
Please, for God's sake.
Yeah, please, for God's sake. Because then it would give a chance for Jasper to, at least bold of you to a well.
I don't know what Homestuck is.
I know what Homestuck is, and I didn't read it after the first. Like, I thought Homestuck was going to be like, one of those things that turns into a horror story at some point, but it never did. And I was just like, oh, man. Because, like, the opening, like, you're just in your room, and, you're clicking on shit, and you're just reading what happened. Eventually, you go into the kitchen for a fucking cake, and all of a sudden, there's things outside. It's like, ugh. But then,
no.
Yeah. So at first I thought it was going to be like some creepy, cool, interactive comic.
Okay, Wattpad and I are not getting along, so I'm just send the sketch I made on Discord. Y'all are gonna make. Okay.
That sounds fine.
We'll make that once we finish the stream.
Right. Shmeet, do you have like a DeviantArt or something like that? Or do you have a Discord account?
Yeah, so
I'm willing to give y'all my Discord, like my personal.
I mean, if you're gonna join the Discord, you'll get it.
Yeah. Unless Quotive likes me, but I'm gonna have to make an account. Try on Quotive first, and
okay.
If it doesn't work, then we'll wait until the Discord. So.
But besides that, does anyone have any questions? Any more questions, or anyone want to see the chapter or parts of the chapter? Besides just see ya.
Have you guys read Black Pearl Steven Universe that have other Rebellion gems? I have a Discord account, but not a Deviant. Here, hold on.
I've read a little bit of Black Pearl, or like a comic of it at least.
I've talked to the author or the cartoonist of of the Black Pearl thing.
Right, you told me about that.
Yeah, I was just like on Twitter and I saw that, and I was just like, I would give her a kiss.
Yes.
And he was just like, she won't like it, but.
Oh wow.
If any of you want to add me to Discord, this is Discord. It's Jade Thunderhoof 6692. Yeah. Show some of the chapter.
All right. So.
God, that was terrible.
As you can see here, there is there's some stuff going on. For me, this is my giant block of text. If you'd like to read this.
Do you want me to read it out loud?
Sure.
Oh, God. Lord, send me the document.
You're the one who sent me the document.
You're right. Spooky chapter. Forgot. The creepy.
Yes, the creepy chapter.
Do you want me to start from the very
beginning? No, search from Why Am I Searching the Woods?
Why am I searching the woods?
Yeah. It's on the 4th page.
Why am I searching the woods? Reader murmured as they looked around. I've never seen him in the woods before. He's never said anything about the woods. Reader admitted as they turned back around, walking back the way they. Or else would he? If he was in the city, someone would. They rationalized as they turned. They continued their external dialogue as they continued their train of thought occasionally being broken by a strong gust of wind or even the loud snap of a twig beneath their own. The further on they went, the more the sun appeared behind. What little light making it through, being blocked by the above. Reader shivered and looked up, crossing their arms across their chest. Though the weather was pleasant, it felt oddly cold, their hearts racing moments before they slowed down to a point where they could hardly feel it. They stopped in their place. Once again, the woods, definitely loud as earlier, quiet, as if the trees were trying to hear what Reader was whispering. Reader knew well they were alone, but it began to feel like as if the trees had begun to stare. All of them watching with keen interest. They let out another shiver as they slowly walked forward, a loud crunch emanating as they did so. Suddenly, a buzz by startled, sending them jumping through the air. As they hit the ground, they looked around, trying to pinpoint where this buzzing. It sounded close by, but every time they turned their head in a direction, it sounded just as loud as it did before. Vibrations shot up their leg as they began to step in circles, trying to see what the source was. As readers slowly reached down their pants leg to grab their weapon, a laugh escaped from their lips. I'm an idiot, they muttered as they straightened back up and reached into their pocket, taking the ring itself with Stephen's name and picture plastered on the screen. Oh, breath. Hey,
you did it.
Reader. I did it. Hey, Reader answered with a sigh. Hey, did you find Lars? Stephen asked. Reader looked around and shook their head. No, fortunately. Weird, Stephen. I'm gonna go look. I'll check around fun. Good idea, Reader said, looking up to the gray sky as they felt some wet hit. Might want to bring a jacket. It's gonna. Yeah, it looks nasty out there. It was bright just a second ago, Stephen said. It certainly was. Let's hope this is. Reader responded. Call me if you find anything. See ya, Stephen replied as he ended the. Oh.
So that's what we have so far. Yes, there's a lot of cutting out, but unfortunately that's just Discord. We've tried to be fixing that for years now, and there's no solution. Discord be Discord.
Oh shit, apparently. Fuck, I was cutting a lot.
Yes.
Damn. Discord sucks. I'm so sorry.
Discord do be like that. But you guys will be reading it eventually on your own, and that was just a little sneak preview. If you want to, pause it and, read it, you can definitely do that. So.
You can always come back and watch it.
Yeah.
Petition to kill Discord. Thank you. I saw an exclamation.
So intense stuff is going on. Right. You're right.
Right. And yes, it is Comic Sans. It helps with the writing process. Because it makes it look silly. I think I've read too much reader inserts. Even if I try to read one out loud, I say, your name is my own name. I do too. I do that a lot, and I try not to because it's embarrassing. And I'm just... And Jade kissed Pearl. Oops. No, I didn't.
I'll be real. I don't read it as a name. I read it as Yana.
Yana.
Like I just literally just say like YN out loud.
Yeah, I know the your name means your name, but
yeah,
I'm reading it. Yeah, when I'm reading it by myself, I will. But if I'm reading it out loud, I'm not gonna be like, and Jade did this, and Jade did that.
But yes, that's what we have at the moment. More to come.
Yep. let's see, how long have we been streaming? Almost 2 hours. So, I think we're going to end it here for now.
Yeah.
We will definitely do some live streams after this, because this was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I hope you guys liked it as well. Yeah. Be on the lookout for the Discord. We'll be updating it in the updates. You probably won't get a notification that we've updated the update, but it will be there.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Right. Any parting sentiments?
Don't do school. Eat your teeth.
Of course. And remember to spade and neuter your pets.
The duality of man, not wanting the stream to end, but also want the stream so you can Discord. Sure. Ain't that some shit?
Feel that.
Discord.
All right.
Yeah, we're gonna make a Discord. Once it is up for, up to the public, we will post it in the update chapter.
I was just sent the reader. I was just sent the sketch of Reader on Wattpad.
Oh, so, give it. We can show. If you're okay with it, we can show it.
Shmeet, are you okay with us showing this on stream, or would you prefer to just keep it here?
Oh, and Falcon has one last question.
All right, let me check that.
Ooh, that looks really nice.
Yes, let me get the link. We can send that.
I love this. Have you guys read Love Like You, SUAU?
It sounds familiar, but
that does sound familiar. Thank God. Read it.
Yes. And here is the sketch of Reader. Yeah, that looks really good. I mean, that's basically what we kind of imagined.
Yeah, essentially.
Just more hair hanging over the face.
Yeah, for sure. But it looks really nice.
That does look really nice. Very good job, sleeping Shmeet.
I like the overalls. It's really cute. The skin tone in the eyes, that is dead on what we had.
Yeah.
So yeah, that looks really good. Yeah. So, all right. We will end it here.
All right.
Thank you, Sadie Girl, for the drawing of Reader.
No, this was Shmeet.
Oh, right, duh. I'm sorry.
Sleeping Shmeet.
I was looking at a different user. Thank you. I'm sorry. I default to drawing overalls. I feel
honestly, no, that's a very good choice. I know several people who wear overalls constantly, and this is a vibe.
Yeah.
All right.
Farmer.
So just blinding bangs or really long bangs?
Blinding bang.
Blinding. Almost, just barely see their eyes.
Yeah, I know, Sadie. Sadie Girl, I'm sorry. I was looking at your name and I was just like, oh yeah, thank you, Sadie Girl.
Sleeping Shmeet.
Yeah,
awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Shmeet. This is really...
And Facklon, we are trying to revive the story.
Oh yeah. Fibbler Raiders all around. Alright.
Alright. See you guys, and thank you for stopping by.